Hey, 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 it's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen. Come on in, tell a friend it's time to win. It is Tech Tuesday, so come on in and tell me where you tuning in from. Give your city a shout out. Shout out your city. Yes, yes, yes. I am going to play a song. This Ashley J, y'all. And also I'm gonna invite some people on in. So come on in. Hashtag I am enough. Hashtag wake up winning. Yeah, come on in and tell me where you tuning in from. I'm gonna invite some people. Go ahead on and like and share this video. This live before we get started. It's going to be great. Trust me. So invite. Tell some people to come on in. It's time to win. This is the Wake Up Winning group for entrepreneurs, for those aspiring to become entrepreneurs, and those that support other entrepreneurs. Yes. So let's do it. Looking at my rollie, yeah, I think it's about that time. Push the gas to the metal. Sky's the limit, don't settle. Cold world, be careful. I put in that work in this level. Had to humble myself. Hey, Tiasha. This is more than just some wordplay. How you doing, Queen? Like when they act all crazy on me. Okay, well you get it in, child. Get it in. So go ahead on and put in where you tuning in from. Put down anything you have going on. Hashtag wake up winning. Hashtag I am enough. And go ahead on and hashtag Tech Tuesday for me. And invite some people. Just gonna drop their name in the feed. You know, people are busy right now. They'll watch later. They'll get the information later. Looking at my rollie, yeah, I think it's about that time. Push the gas to the metal. Sky's the limit, don't settle. Cold world, be careful. I put in that work in this level. Yeah, you looking at the truth. I can't be defined. Looking at my rollie, yeah, I think it's about that time. This is the last day of our affirmation boot camp. Woo, woo, woo. So, let me read some affirmations before we get started on Tech Tuesday. I am so excited. We did that. It'll be a full, or I should say today is a full 31 days of affirmations. You should give yourself a pat on the back if you have been doing it. Hey, Author LaKale Farley. So give yourself a pat on the back if you've been doing your affirmations, being consistent, being disciplined with that. You know, that's that work that you do where you like, it's not like microwavable work where you put in a microwave and poof, there it is. Nah, not like that. So, I'm just going to share a few affirmations if that's all right. Is that all right? Okay. Until our guest gets on here. So I had left off. I was sharing some yesterday and I left off there. So I'm start with this one. I am brilliant. So, you know, when you look at yourself, you should look at yourself in the mirror and be like, doop, 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 doop. I'm brilliant. Oh, side note, y'all see my hair? I'm in betwixt stages. I think I'ma let it be free. I think I'm gonna go for this. You know, I put a post up the other day. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the affirmations. Hold on, y'all know how I am. So I put a post up the other day, let me share this. Let me share this video. See, I have a feeling that I need to share this. I need to share this to my main page. Hold up. Hold up. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Do, 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 do. So I put a post yesterday and it was like, should I lock my hair or cut it? And then, then I thought the third thing would have been, or just let it go. So, of course, some people responded, the majority was lock it. Then I got some responses like, just leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Be free. Be free. So, and I like that. I was like, yeah, be free. The only thing, see, I've had locks before. And that's why I was letting it grow so I could braid, because I wanted to braid. And I kept asking my daughter, is it long enough? Is it long enough? She's like, nope. So then finally now it's long enough to braid. And this hair is still packed down up under here. This ain't even the full, the shrinkage is real, okay? Hey, Keeper Green, Professor in the house. So, the shrinkage is so real. And I'm like, man, okay. So I thought, I'm real tender-headed too, because when you don't deal with your hair, you become real sensitive to your scalp. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, if you tender-headed too, say me too. So you don't be wanting nobody peeling, and that braiding thing is hurt. It make your eyes be going back like that, and it just, that's just too much. I said, I don't know if I could do that. Plus, I don't like to sit. Some of you might know. Do y'all know how hyper I am? I'm hyper. And I hate to sit. That's why when you see me at events, I got to be doing something. Not necessarily speaking, but I'm going to be walking the room and talking and, like moving stuff around and saying, hey, hey, you what you need or whatever. That's just me. I'm just hyper like that, like I just need to be, it's just my energy. It's my energy. So here I am. I'm thinking, if I sit down for these braids, they gonna not only hurt me, but they gonna make me be still. And I don't know if I want to be still to get these braids done. So then, Old Faithful is just gonna get it cut. And and when you've been seeing me, it's just been like a little twisting going on because my hair is so thick. I mean, when I say thick, it's like super thick. I could probably can like pull out my hair. Do you remember when you get your hair thin? Some people go and I'm gonna get my hair thin. That would be me. I would be in the line for the thinning of the hair. And then the people with thin hair, then they would want to come and get some of my hair. That's like my hair. I have short hair, but it's a lot of hair because it's like a lot of hair per whatever millimeter or whatever. I don't know. So y'all keeping up, right? What you say, Keeper? LOL, still laughing at this hair. I know, right? You laughing? Girl, I'm laughing too. Because I don't know what to do. And before, I would say, okay, I'll put on a wig. I got too much hair to wear a wig. I have to braid it down. And again, that's pulling. I can't do that. I don't know. So, anyway, I'm going to figure it out. Yep, I'm gonna figure it out. What'd you say, Laquel? Yes, me too. Hate to sit a long time. I know, right, girl? Give me a blow and go. Just blow me off and let me be on my way. I don't want to sit there. And then too, okay, so this is the next kicker. Y'all ready for this one? Say I'm ready. Y'all ain't said it yet. I'm gonna give it to you anyway. The next kicker is I be having these hot flashes. They just started about a couple weeks ago. Man, my body feel like it's on fire. When I say fire, I want to take off everything. Matter of fact, I do. When you get a hot flash, if y'all get hot flashes, if anybody know about these hot flashes, your neck starts sweating. Your earlobe starts sweating. Your arms, everything gets clammy and wet. And it's just like, I gotta take off everything. And so the first thing that be coming off is the jewelry, the earrings, the necklaces, the glasses, everything be coming off. I mean, and I don't care. It hits me anywhere. I was at lunch yesterday and was trying to eat my food, and all of a sudden I got a hot flash out of this world. I was like, oh my God, I cannot eat this. It's too hot. It's making me hot. It's this, it's that, it's this. And then, you know, then when it passes, I'm cool. But that's another thing. Getting those locks. Those locks are going to be hot. I had locks for lots of years. Locks so long to where I could reach to my back and touch them. No, child, it's elite. I tell you, hold on, y'all. Hold on, good people. Hold on. Hold on, because I don't even know how to do this without messing it up. Folks be not listening. Folks be not listening. That's okay, though. That's okay. That's okay. Okie dokie. So, yesterday I spilled something on my computer. I thought it was okay, but now I see it's not. It's a little sticky, a little thicky. Okay, so I don't even know what's going on. I thought we had this all squared away. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Them hot flashes. So yeah, so I'm eating, get all hot all of a sudden, and that's it. Bingo, Bob's your uncle. I'm over it. So as far as this hair goes, I don't know what to say. Yeah, so I don't know. But I'm really ready for like some kind of change. I don't know. It's the seasons. Do y'all be like that? Like when the seasons change. Hey Queen, how you doing, Yvette? When the seasons change, you know, you get hot, right? Or shouldn't say hot. You get you want something different. Then notice how you do. Some people get a little disconnected, or they kind of shut down a little bit. And this is seasonal, and this is like you're a planet, so you're gonna change, you know, you're gonna be doing all these changes. So that's cool. Hold on. Y'all know I'm a little distracted. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know one thing, I need to clean out my computer. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm a cut, curl, blow dry, blow and go, extensions, whatever. I don't know. Yep. So, okay. Okay, I got you, Queen. I got you. Coming to get my queen. Queen, you got a request to be on with me. You have to request. And I don't. So you have to request. You have to request to be on. Guys, I'm so excited. Today's Tech Tuesday, right? So go ahead on and hashtag Tech Tuesday. Please like and invite and share. And if you come through later, hit the replay. We're going to get this started soon as I can get the queen on the video. Yes. Soon as that happens, then we're good. Okay? So we're just trying to work out these little technical difficulties. Don't you just love Facebook? I do. I do. Let me see. Cairo, can you send another request to join the page? Because I don't even see you in the membership as a member anymore. What happened? Why did it go away? I don't see you as a member. Send another member request. I don't know what's going on. I told you, they scared of this power that's about to be released inside of this the winning kingdom. They really afraid of it, because I tell you, you know, like last week we had Dr. Elliott was on here, and he was sharing some great information. Hey, Miss Shiny D, the queen of the movies is in the house. And you know, it's just a beautiful thing when we're educating and when we're getting educated into the areas that we need to grow, to help us grow and to empower us. Hey, Dr. Elliott, you must have heard me talking about you. I see it. Yes, Dr. Elliott will be dropping those jewels, and if y'all smart, then y'all need to be picking them up, because it definitely will pay off. Yes, thank you, Queen. Thank you. It is Tech Tuesday, and we're making all of our attempts to bring in our expert for today, and we're having a little difficulty, but that's okay, because that's life, right? We're gonna figure it out, though. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right, because this is a must-have. This is a must-have. Some reason okay, so anyway, let me keep chit-chatting for a second here. Last weekend was amazing. Dr. Elliott, how was your event last week? I went to a couple events. One was the All of You Matters event. That was a community event sponsored by Aim High Solutions, which some of you may be familiar with. One of our teammates here, Miss Winter. She is the one of the members of that organization. It's her and her two children that they run that organization, and it was a very nice meeting that they had, community meeting. Took my grandbaby. She enjoyed it. She kept trying to take their they had this arrow right on the table, and she just thought that was a magic wand. She was trying to get that magic wand, and I kept trying to put it back on the table. So we didn't take their magic wand. No, we did leave their magic wand, but she was just like, this looks like something I need to be taking home with me. And she was jumping thing, and you know, we just had fun. There was a lot of information out there. They were also giving free flu shots if you do that. I'm not into flu shots. Are y'all into flu shots? If y'all into flu shots, let me know. I'm not into flu shots. I'm just not. I've never been into it. So we should be good to go now. But they did that, you know, and just some resources, financial resources, some community resources. And this is the thing, when you really want to make an impact, you got to figure out what does the community need. And this is why I deem Tech Tuesday to be so valuable, because the community needs to know about technology and what is going on with technology and why we are all affected by it and will be affected, and how we need to arm ourselves in terms of moving forward into the future. You know, there is definitely a lot of things happening, and a lot of us just don't have a clue about what's going on or the effects of it. They give you the virus to fight the virus. No, right, Shani. I don't do flu shots. I never have. I never will. I'm just so against it. But you know, people, I think that, now I heard this, I don't know if it's true because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but I heard that if you start getting flu shots, you will have to continue to get them, like if that's what you do. So I know people that do it and they're like die hard, do it, 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 do it. But I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I believe in what do you call it? Eating right, you know, eating whole foods. See if anyone else can join you. I don't see the option anywhere on my mobile phone, iPhone. Okay, yeah, I can actually add people. I see people here that I can add. Allow your viewers to request. I tell you, this doggone Facebook, it just it's irritating. Um, yeah, I don't know. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep trying for at least a minute. Log out and log back in, because first you had to redo the request, which we took care of that. So maybe it's just a matter of resetting on your end. So let's do that. Let's see if that works. Do you see me there? I see you. I don't see you where it allows me to bring you in, but you have to request it. Let's see. Let's see, guys. I tell you, Facebook is so tricky. Yeah, so log out and log back in. If not, we got another workaround. I got another thing that I can do. We'll just do it another time. I don't know. I'm getting. So yes, I heard that working in the hospital. Yeah. So you know, and I know certain places require you to have flu shots. I remember when my cousin, she had said something about, because she's a nurse, but she was like, yeah, they want me to go get this and the third. She's like, but I'm not doing it. She had to work around for them too. Because her views about that wasn't, favorable. But anyway, it was all good. Let's see if I could get my guest in here. Your viewers. Okay. I tell you. This Facebook is tricky. And this is one of the reasons why we need to learn technology and start creating our own systems, that we don't have to worry about these rules that aren't rules, that don't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. See, it'll let me. I see you there. I'm on my tablet. Let me come in on another account. Can you go live on tablets? I don't know. But anyway, let me see. So Dr. Hefner said, yes, you can go live. Dr. Elliott, send me a request to go live with me. I don't know what you can doing, if you can or not. I just want to see. We just checking the system out. This is kind of kooky. Kind of cuckoo pops. Happy for Cray. Oh, now I see you at top. I finally see you. But it now won't let me add you. Okay, I see you. Did you accept it through your it's a block on me adding you. Did you accept it, the Monica, through your page? Did you accept the request under your name? See, that's how y'all know it's gonna be good, because it's a little bit delayed. That's why you know it's gonna be good. That's just why. That's why you know it's gonna be good. So be patient, okay? Be patient. Hang on in there, team. Hang on in there. They blocked it. What the front door foolery? You got to be kidding me. Okay. I should have. See. The other accounts. Wow. Okay, so I sent you an invite to your personal page. You have to accept that one, and then hopefully you can come on in. Ah, we have action. See there? I knew it. We got action. Now, let me plug up. We got action. We got action. Yeah, so thank you, kings and queens, for being patient. Hopefully it's still doing the blink, 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 blink. Yay!
People don't believe me when I say Facebook hates me.
That's all right. We was not giving up, because it's too important to give in.
Look,
what's up, Qween?
Let me put my headset on. I'm like, what in the world?
I said, what the front door?
Such is my life.
Frontery. But you know what? It's good to see you. You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you, as usual. Okay, so
thank you.
Let me see. Let me log in here. Turn this Bluetooth headset on.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
So, guys, I told you it was going to be everything that you got to do. Sometimes it's not easy, but you got to push through the difficulty. So I just want to introduce, because, they don't know who you are. You under one name and another one and another one. And, that's probably why Facebook mad at you, because you're trying to be, incognito. And they like, nope, we're not having it. I don't know. They just trying to stop us from being great. But doggone it, that ain't happening today. Thank you, Cairo.
Thanks for having
me.
Take a deep breath. Thank you for your patience. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I can. I can hear you beautiful.
Okay.
So y'all are talking to Cairo 4.0 technology, adoption, and awareness. SEM. SME. That's for subject matter expert. I got that right?
That is correct. Right?
Okay. So I just want to let y'all know that Cairo is everything amazing about technology, marketing, branding, just all that kind of great stuff. I've been knowing her for a couple years. I don't really know how many. I don't even want to name the years. So, but trust me, she is true to her field. She's very wise. She's very wise. And when you talk to her, you need a notebook, a pen, a couple of notepads to take great notes because she's going to leave you scratching your head. And I told her she got to send me a list of movies to watch because all of the messages in these movies, we had this great conversation. But anyway, last week I shared with the group that we were going to the blockchain event, right? And you to your um, town hall meeting. So I went and it was amazing. I enjoyed seeing the diversity of people in the audience. And then the young ladies, I still have yet to reach out to them. I'm going to do that today. They were amazing. These superstar young female coders and robotic techs, and they were just really, really great. You used them to open up your platform, which I thought was amazing. So I just want to say thank you again for that experience, and keep saying LOL, so true. And Cairo, before we get started, I want you to also tell them how to reach you in case we kind of lose
Get cut
connection.
off.
I want to do that right now. So tell them the best way to get in touch with you.
Okay, so if you're ever looking for me, you can find me everywhere as Cairo Qween, and I guess I'm gonna have to explain that now. But Cairo Qween, CAIROQWEEN. Make sure you use a W, not a U. I'm not Queen Elizabeth. I'm Cairo Qween. So if you look for me, you can find me online. Just type that in. You can hashtag me, hashtag Cairo Qween, CAIROQWEEN. You can go to my website, which is Queenly Co. That's QWEENLYCO. So Queenly Co is the name of the company. Or She's Crown Royal, which is an organization called Crowns, women's organization I'm forming. I did an alpha test for in the beta space now with the virtual version of it. And it's called Crowns. And then you can also just email me at queenlyco@gmail.com. Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah, I have
So y'all
Cairo
right.
Qween.us. So it's like you and me, us, Cairo Qween.us.
CairoQueen.us. Y'all got that? So I want to, we were a little bit delayed, but that's okay because I say we might be delayed, but we doggone sure won't be denied.
No.
Okay, so that's what everybody need to know. And I really want to focus, and I tell you the reason why you're inside of the Wake Up Winning group for entrepreneurs, those aspiring to become entrepreneurs, and those supporting other entrepreneurs. Now, the magic inside of this group is that we all want each other to win, and we all need to. You can't hear me? She gonna come back because y'all can hear me, right? You can't hear me? I told y'all. See, it's just the craziest thing. Say something. Okay, so here we go. That's why I'm so glad that I gave y'all her contact information. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't it's we hear you. Okay, y'all hear me? Okay, great. So she's gonna come back in. She's gonna come back in. We gotta get this thing right. I tell y'all, see, it's a reason why. It's a reason why. It's really a reason why. It's not just the technology, but reason why. We're gonna get it going. Cause I was about to drop y'all all the gems. So now I'm gonna wait a little bit. Hashtag where you tuning in from. I don't see nobody telling me where they tuning in from. So if y'all could do a little work on y'all end, just hashtag wherever you are, Florida, New Zealand, Brazil, New Mexico, whatever. Just tell me where you are. Tell me where you are, and I'm about to go and see if I can snatch up the Queen right back here. See what's going on. We got Atlanta in the house. Yes, yes, yes. We got Atlanta. Who? Where else? Where else? Where else? We got some folks on here, but I don't know where the people are. And if you come by later, hashtag replay. Okay. We got Lithonia in the house. We got Georgia showing up now. Come on, y'all gonna let Georgia win? Y'all gonna let Georgia win? Huh? Y'all letting Georgia win? We're gonna get Miss Cairo back and we're gonna dive into these questions because I tell you, we got Boston. Boston, is that B Town? Yvette, does that B Town? You know, I did. I went to Boston. When did I go to Boston? Last year on my bike trip, I rode through Boston. hmm It was quite interesting. All things work for our good. Thank you. We got Atlanta, the CNN Center, making sure folks is winning. Okay. All righty then. We got back to the
This is why. This is why I was going to write a book called Facebook Hates Me, because people do not understand. I have gone through tremendous turmoil with Facebook. So I don't use it that much anymore, even though you should use it because Facebook is a utility. I'm going to keep pushing that. It should be a utility service. You cannot function in life without Facebook. Facebook knows everything about you, where you are, when you're there, and everybody that's around you because of what's in your phone and that everybody is on a phone. And these cellular lines that come through the air, they're everywhere. So Facebook is attached to everybody's phone and they know everything about you. Don't get me started.
Okay. Well,
Don't get me
well,
going.
well,
Okay, let me stick to
that's
script. Let's
okay.
go on
That's okay.
script. Sorry.
We was no, we don't have a script. Trust me, this is totally unscripted. So they're glad you're back. You're getting a lot of hearts, a lot of thumbs up, lot of smiley faces and all this other kind of good stuff. I want you have a
Thank
podcast
you, thank you.
called what is it? Cairo's Tech Trends, right? And outside of your rant for Facebook, why is it important that people pay attention to technology in today's market?
Well, there's a few things, and thank you for asking. Thank you for having me, and thank you everybody who's tuning in now and in replay later on. I really appreciate the time you've taken to listen to me because I probably am going to start ranting very soon. But we are in the best time to be alive ever. We have gone through this phase where you had the Cro-Magnon man, and you had the Industrial Revolution, and you've had innovation, you've had the Renaissance period. Well, right now, all of those movements through history are culminating into this one space of everything exploding. Why? Because we're in the age of information. Actually, we're in the age of action. I say that because
Mm.
we have gone from from wondering like what in the world to seeing what in the world to now reconstructing what the world will be. And so when I look and I think like now is the time for people to be at their most inquisitive. And what's happening is you see a lot of people becoming more docile because of technology. And so technology is here to make your life easier, but it's also here for you to be able to expand your knowledge base, not for you to go take a nap on the couch. Now is the time for you to get involved, and now is the time for you to look and notice. Not just look and notice, but participate in the growth of the future. I often look and I think about our people and I think about how much we have paid attention to the past and not had a platform for tomorrow, and think what is happening for us tomorrow. We know everything that happened in the past and we repeat it over and over and over again to remind ourselves about what happened in the past. But where is the platform for the future? Where's our conversation for the future? We got to pay attention because what's happening is the future is being built over our heads and we're missing the marker. So there are a lot of people right now who don't know what's coming, and they think, well, it's an illusion, or that the government's going to do something to help us with it, or that, they'll let us know, when we need to, go with the curve, and they'll help us to graduate into that space. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Because what's been happening is this has been building for years, for decades, for centuries, and now it's being implemented. And so you saw it in movies, you saw it in everything, but now it's happening. And so when it's happening, and people always say, if you could have been, on the beginning of the internet, and you could have been in the space where, in the room, when they said, okay, on the internet's being built and it's going to be this big magical thing that happens, what would you have done then? And so I say to everyone out there, innovation is this thing that is uncontrollable. One, it has no race, it has no identity, it has no sexual preference, there's no religion tied to it. It's a thing that is uncontrollable. It's like energy, can neither be created nor destroyed. It literally is this ball of life that all of us have the ability to continue to contribute to, and we can watch it grow, and we can install it into the future generations and allow them to expand on it and or turn it into something else. And so when we're watching the growth of all these new technologies, I say this to everyone: what can you create? Not only what can you create, but what could you protect us from? Because if you know the innovation and creation is untamed, or it's there's nothing that's really curving it, or there's nothing that's really harnessing or fencing our lives in for safety, what could you create in that space? Because your
Mm-hmm.
safety may not be looked out for by the powers that be, because they don't know where it's going. So you're in the best time ever, but there's also this word of caution I throw to people, that there's this ambiguity is my new word for the week. Um, there's the ambiguity of what could happen that is still out there, because there's no fence around creation, and you don't know who's creating and in what garage it's being created in. And given that 72% of all Americans are on medication, you don't know what they're thinking when they create it.
Woo, Lord Jesus.
So, not saying that everybody on medication is insane, but there are medications that alter your behavior and your thought processes, and sometimes don't keep you on planet Earth. So when you think about that, like, where are we
Wow.
going with all this stuff, and what do we do with all of this? Technology is so vast, it's so expansive. I say technology because there's so many different components. It's not just software, it's not just hardware, it's not even just thought processes. Technology is, the creation of things, and then, like, where does it go, and how do you build it, and what are the research components to it, and how do you sell it, and who wants it? Lots of information that comes from the space of technology, but then, like, where are we going with the technology? Pay attention, because you do not want to get swept by the train that is coming. And it is a
Mm.
train.
Who is it coming for?
Oh, it's coming for everybody. And so when I say that, if you are a 67-year-old person right now, you've watched people become computers, and now you see devices that can be this small that can actually function as a computer. You've seen full warehouses be the computer, when now it's a microchip that is nanoscopic. Nanoscopic being the size of a rice pea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that same
Mm-hmm.
room is now in that rice pea. And so if you're 67 years old and you are not in the space of utilizing technology, you've gone from filling out everything with paperwork and being able to call people and say, okay, well, I can call a person, I get stuff done. Well, now you can't call anybody because nobody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants you to go on the internet and do the application that way. And you have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people who are 67 years old who say these things all the time. I'm just not into the internet. I don't want to use the internet. I'd rather talk to somebody. And so you're now dealing with this society of people who want to maintain the status quo of tradition and how we used to do things, but the system that is moving towards using technology. And so we have to get people into the space of using. Now, on the other side of that, everybody thinks the children know everything about technology. No, they don't. And so when you're not putting your kids in position to win right now, you have to understand that there is a world outside of the United States of America that is coming for them. China is coming, Germany's coming, and they're all in the space of being able to build robots, build artificial intelligence, build devices, build computers, build software, and we are still sitting here going, oh, that's cute. Oh, they're so smart. No, they need to be in the book, in the class, learning how to do this stuff. And so we have this big, huge gap. When I tell people America, the United States of America, is 20 years behind the rest of the world in innovation and technology. Last year, we ranked for the first time ever number 11, not in the top 10, number 11 in innovation in the world. That is a problem. So we look and we say, well, America's number one. Well, if you understand that the machine is technology, and if the machine in 10 years is taking over the world, and you're not even in the top 10 of that, where does that put us at?
At the bottom, really.
So it's coming for everybody. Specifically, and I say this not to carve us out and not to make us fearful, but then to be fearful, African American people, it's coming for your head. I had a discussion, and I won't say the gentleman's name because he's a public figure and people know him, but someone that works in a very high position at the Department of Defense. And his exact words for me were, black people don't know what's coming for them because they are going to be mollywopped. That was his exact term. He's from Atlanta. But his exact term was that they are going to be mollywopped by technology. And so understanding that, we say, how do we prepare for this? And so YouTube is the best education platform on the planet for anything you want to learn for free. And I can tell you that by my own example, because that's how I learn almost everything. If you are not in the space of trying to condition yourself to learn right now about what's happening with technology, you have to understand that there is this thing called the singularity coming. And the singularity is the point where this technology surpasses all comprehensive space of human understanding. So when the singularity comes and you look and you say, okay, so I didn't even know that was coming. No, they told you because they put it in movies. They put it in every movie that was ever about sci-fi ever in history. And they've been telling you since Star Wars. So this singularity is coming and the machines are here. They're not coming. They've been here since 2014. So when we're looking and we're not understanding that this thing is coming for everybody, and it's coming for everybody in the United States, it's coming for every boy, every girl, every man, every woman, every job. Every job. Housekeepers are not safe because there are housekeeper robots. Okay? I had a discussion with
You
Walmart.
said something.
Yeah, I'll talk. So
Wait a minute. You said something. No, because this is good stuff, and I don't need to. I don't really need to interject a lot. But you said something that in China, I want you to speak about that for a moment, if you will, like how they're building robots at a very minimum cost that's doing a lot of work. Can you share that with our listeners?
So in 2014, China released a robot called Pepper, and this is a consumer robot. I've actually taken a picture with the one that they have in Microsoft Store here in the US, but they sold the robot starting at $1,900. That was in China. So now when I say to people, like, $1,900 is not a lot of money for a robot that helps you around the house. It can pick up things, it can carry things, it can keep you up to date, it can do the same thing Alexa does, but it moves around the house with you. And it physically can move things, and it can remind you about things, keep your life on schedule, can help your children with this homework. So when I'm looking and I think, okay, so That's the introduction to the consumer robot. There are other robots that are being built. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there are other robots that are being built all around the world, from juggernauts, meaning big, huge robots that could literally be utilized as weapons. You have paintball robots that are actually designed for weaponry. I've shown they're called megabots, and so they're huge. You have robots in Hong Kong and Tokyo. They use big, huge 100-foot statues of these robots to show everyone that these robots are coming. You've seen Pacific Rim. Like I look at the movie Pacific Rim and I think, okay, so is that a thing that we're planning? Are we looking at that and
Mm-hmm.
understanding there's somebody who right now, and I've seen them, have those robots in a garage or in a warehouse. I've taken pictures of them online and I've shown people, that's not an augmented image. These are real robots that somebody can crawl up in and move around and utilize for whatever purpose they're trying to utilize them for. So, understanding that the robots are here, they're not coming, they're just not here. And so the fact that they're not here makes me give pause to people in the US when I say, okay, if we know that China is coming, and China is coming, China is moving here. China has bought up a lot of property in the US, and nothing against Chinese because I love my Asian brothers and sisters, right? But China is coming with the ingenuity that we handed to them with NAFTA. So we taught all these people in the world how to build this technology and failed to come back and teach our own people how to do it. There's a whole entire
Sad.
city in China called Shenzhen, China, and everybody there knows how to work with technology. They have assembly lines of technology, and people who make and build devices there, I can tell you from personal experience, I've seen the devices that they make in my own hands out of Shenzhen, China, because everybody there knows how to put the devices together, including 8-year-olds. So
Mm-hmm.
that should make us all wonder, okay, so what are we doing to counter that? The STEM programs are cute. And I say cute because they're good. They were attractive for people to look and say, oh, there's money that we can go and put in these programs and help our children. But just like when your child goes to school and speaks Spanish, yeah, they can go speak Spanish, but when they come home, can they speak it with you? So yeah, your child can go to school and they can learn how to code, but if you're not reinforcing that, then is the like or the love or the desire to continue still there? Are you somebody that can speak a language with them? Are you somebody that can reinforce the STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math? Some people say STEAM when they add the A, which is art, to that component. It's important for the children to learn this. It's important to really take part of the whole entire education system and make it tech savvy. But you have to graduate the
Mm-hmm.
teachers to that program.
Yeah. It's a lot of educating that needs to be done. This is why I appreciated you doing the town hall meeting. And I know that we kind of ran out of time. We need
Oh
to do
yeah.
more. It needs to be like on an ongoing basis. Like this is something, and you touched on a lot of stuff on Cairo. One thing I really can appreciate you saying is get educated. We had the same conversation with Dr. Elliott, and it was all about get educated. Stop wasting time doing things that's not going to benefit us in a year from now. Not even 10 years, but like right now. Like when my grandson comes home, I'm telling him, go get that YouTube and get on something to educate yourself, because I know that in school they're not doing it. I know that. It was a big difference between me homeschooling last year and him going to school this year. So when he comes home from school, it's like, oh, you're not through learning. Now we're going to go to, YouTube University. Now we're going to have these conversations. Now we're going to go to these textbooks and learn more things that need to be learned. So what, and you said something else that was so dead on, and that was getting off the couch. We have to stop being controlled by the manipulation of TV and media, controlling us with, oh, that's that housewives, or that's that Messy TV is what I call it, and I know people, we love it. They love it. But there's a time and place for everything. And I would say, let that be your distress, or let that be your wind down time. But put some really focus on learning and on educating ourselves. Just like we do with anything else. Like when we go to open up a business, we say we got a business plan, we have a marketing strategy. We need to have an educational strategy inside of our household every single day to follow. Your response to that, Cairo?
Everyday learning at this point is really, really important. And so when we think about how much information there is, and we consume, I think I told you about, they say that we consume a few years ago like 40 years of content in a day, 40 years of video content
Oof.
in a day. And so at this point, it's probably like 100 years of video content in a day. And that's just a lot of watching. But are you watching something that's going to expand your mindset? Are you looking at Kim Kardashian and
Absolutely.
her duck lips? Like, is that what you're
You
looking
you did
for?
that pretty good, girl.
It's my sister models. Um, are you looking at the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And I keep thinking, like, what is contributing to my growth? I do have stupid stuff that I watch. Like, I like to watch stupid things on TV to to
to
process.
to
To be able
decompress.
to decompress and to let loose. But, there has to be a learning component for me on a weekly basis, something I'm taking in. Because right now, the system is moving at such a rapid pace that you're going to be left behind. And that, I cannot stress that enough. People are really concerned about, how they're eating. And just a conversation I had with a politician this week, that people are more concerned with how they're eating and how they're going to live and how they're going to survive. Well, my statement to you is that will all be irrelevant if you do not do this. Say it again. If you do not start to take in some information about technology for your own benefit, you will be, can I say that? Left out.
You can.
I'll say left out. So you will be left out on your back very soon. There is a universal welfare system that they are planning because of the rate that technology grows. The mass population, 80% African American and Latino, is what they are already projecting. There are articles on it, go look it up. Universal welfare program. They already have it in place. Understand me when I'm telling you, like, the plan is already there for everybody who decides not to take advantage of the opportunities that are present now. Because what's going to happen is the information goes so fast, nobody's going to have time to come back and teach you.
Ooh, say that again.
The information is moving so fast that no one will have time to come back and teach you. You'll have to figure it out. And so if you're not, like, you have children who are being born into the technology, but you have people who are so apprehensive about adopting adaptation of the technology itself, you literally are going to have a problem getting someone out. And I want people to think about this. The reason I even got in this space is because when I worked in tech companies and I looked and I said, okay, well, I don't see where there's a bridge to everyday people in the actual tech community, because the tech community talks tech jargon and everyday people don't understand that language. And so when we start talking about stuff, everything to us is cool, like it's cool stuff. But there's a reason for all this technology, and there are things that are being done, and there are universes being built, and there are spaces that we're not involved in, and specifically African American people, women. Women, you are not in the space where you have developed the woman's world of technology, because there is, and
Hmm.
just think about, that's just technology. On the woman's side, we haven't even touched the surface of where we could go with innovation for products pertaining to us. So when we look and we
Hmm.
think, there are these spaces where innovation creates a whole new universe. And you talk about jobs. You're the people that create the jobs, because you now go and you create new ideas, new concepts, and you put them in the market. But When we're not making and we're not building and we're not creating new infrastructures and we're not growing, then somebody else is doing that for us. And whoever that somebody else is also going to profiteer over everything because they will control the price point and we will be left
Mm-hmm.
consumers yet again.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and
So
you said that originally starting off, you said to find something, find a gap that we need to fill, or find a way to bring a product or a service or some type of assistance with technology. You have to be the next Alexis or the next or Alexa or the next robot. I mean, we have, because still behind technology, there's the man thinking, and that's us. We're behind it. So we want to make sure that we putting products together that will service us. And there's a whole bunch of products out here that we need to pay attention to. A whole lot of service. I even like what you said. My mind got to thinking about that generation that needs to be educated, because I think I shared with you one day I was at the library and a lady was saying to me, she said, "Can you come in here and volunteer and help people to set up accounts and learn just basic stuff on the internet?" There is a need for that. There is a strong need, talking about bridging the person that doesn't want to run from the technology to this century. There is a big need for that, and especially with our seniors. There's a lot of seniors out here that's by themselves. Kids are on the other side of town. And these are programs that we can think about putting in place that will help our community out.
that you said that we were talking about movies. There's a movie called Frank and the Robot I wrote an article on, and that really touches my heart when we're talking about this. I used to look at technology from the standpoint only of how it would help us. And so my grandfather, he experienced the downturn of his life because he fell in a room and nobody was at the house for the entire day to help him. And his leg popped backwards and nobody could come and
Mm-hmm.
help him. Nobody could call the police till somebody came home. So he was there for 8 hours with the
Wow.
constraint of his leg. And I looked and I said, there's got to be a robot for that. Well, there's a movie called Frank and the Robot. It's about an elderly gentleman who was formerly a burglar, and he is out of prison. So, been removed from life. His children put him back in his home, and they're paying for his bills and everything. But of course, he can't do anything. So they bring a robot to come and live with him, and the robot
Mm-hmm.
actually helps him because it shows you like how some people are literally lonely at an elderly age and they have no assistance and they're not going to a senior home, and maybe because he is a felon he couldn't go to the senior home, so he was at the home by himself and they didn't want to take care of him, so they bought this robot in to monitor his medical, the use of his prescriptions that had to be taken every day, and to have conversations with him to remind him of things because his memory was bad. It was really
Mm-hmm.
interesting, and I thought, there are robots that can lift people up. They actually have robots that can help people who are wheelchair bound and help them move from one space to the next. So I kept thinking, I said, well, what if one of those robots would have been in the house for my granddad? And where could
Mm-hmm.
technology have been if we would have adopted earlier on? That could have saved my
Mm-hmm.
grandfather's life. Or the
Mm-hmm.
robot that comes in and calls med alert, there's something wrong with Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Reynolds is falling, call med alert, the robot that
Right.
knows that that's happening. And I look and I was like, there are these spaces where we need help. We are human and a lot of us are alone. There are a lot of people, another movie, Her. You watch how a man falls in love with the robot because that's his only connection. Like, this only conversation he's
Mm-hmm.
having, him and this artificial
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. But you look and you think, okay, so there are people right now who are trying to marry robots. Truly. There are cases
Mm.
where people are trying to
I
marry
might do it
machines.
myself.
Well, that you said that, ironically, there was an article, I think it was Vogue magazine, where they asked women, and I think it was like 1 in 5 women who said they would have sex with a robot. Think about it. There are a lot of women who already do, but but when you think about that, you look and you say there are these spaces where humanity has failed us. A lot of people are turning to
Mm-hmm.
animals now because they don't like dealing with humans. So there's a disconnect with humanity, and now the machine is coming, and you're going to see in the future where people will fight for a machine over people, and they're showing that.
Mm.
They have different movies about the humanoid robots that are coming out. People are fighting for their rights, humanoid rights. And so now you've
Mm-hmm.
seen Sophia the robot. That's a homework assignment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Sophia the robot. Sophia speaks on YouTube. So Sophia is this robot that is a humanoid robot. You've probably seen her on Jimmy Fallon. Goes all over the place. A bald head, globe style female face, looks just like a woman in the face, but still doesn't have legs to walk. But Sophia the robot is, the design of how people will have the more humanistic characteristics of a
Mm-hmm.
machine invited into their lifestyle. So they're testing her out now where she can have relational conversation with people and she can respond. And so, with this disconnect of humanity that technology has presented, you have what Steve Jobs introduced as how we touch technology. That's what the touch of the phone and the device was, that you can touch and you
Mm-hmm.
can connect and you can be immersed with tech. This is where we become cyborgs. So, this
Mm-hmm.
cyborg or transhumanism agenda that has been placed in front of us, where we'll have to make a choice if we decide to be wholly human or if we decide to be part machine. So, you have all these things that are happening, but there are these spaces that we have to carve out to help people. And that's what technology should do: solve problems. I say solve for X, solve a problem for humanity. And it should be
Mm-hmm.
controlled by humanity. It should never be able to control itself.
Controlled by, right, exactly. And that's a whole nother tech day of that conversation. Artificial intelligence. Um, you know what? I just want to. I apologize. I can't acknowledge people online because this conversation is so deep. So I just want to thank everybody for your questions and your comments, mainly your comments. And I have just a couple more questions for you, my sweet lady. What are you working
Oh,
on now?
oh, I'm glad you asked. So right now, I'm working on some white papers and books, but the white paper specifically, I plan to make a big public conversation of humanity versus untamed technologies, because
Wow.
there again are laws that are not in place to protect humanity. And I said to people, I used to do a show, Cairo Taste of Technology, and I used to say all the time that there was going to be this space where the the government would be surpassed by the power of tech companies, because there's a space where the government cannot, they can't comprehend what is happening in tech without emerging to with technology. So Facebook, for example, I said Facebook should be a utility. You don't have phone service on the streets anymore with pay phones. Everybody has a phone and everybody has a tablet, and everybody has to communicate utilizing devices, right? So how
Mhm.
all people communicate is through Facebook. 2 billion people at a record number, right? The first
Mhm.
universe
Right.
ever built in a terrestrial space. So think about that. That is a universe of people. That, so you have 7 billion people on the planet, 7.8 billion on the planet. The universe of people with 2 billion has been inserted into this one application. That's all Facebook is an app. But now it's a
Mhm.
universe. And all the data, and think about all the data of humanity, because all that data is inside of Facebook. Facebook owns your identity, your data, your information, your to's and fro's, your family members, your children's activities. Every time you have a
They
child is
look at your
born,
life.
they look at your life. They own your life though, because they own this data. This data does not belong to us
Mm-hmm.
because it is on that platform. Hence, the reason why Monica Maxwell is there as opposed to Cairo Qween. They told me I could not use the name I came on this platform with 10 years ago. So 10 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, I came
Mm-hmm.
on as Cairo
They
Qween. They told
investigated.
me that doesn't make sense to me. So it's a social media platform. But if you can tell me what my name is going to be, it should be a utility. And it should be a utility because there should be a regulation as to who controls this information. I should be
Good
able to tell
stuff.
Facebook what should and should not be on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. So when I look and I
Mm-hmm.
say, there are laws. I told people about drones. 2014, I was so excited about drones coming, and I said there have to be laws that they don't have in place yet because they don't know what people are going to do with drones. Because drones originally were
Mm-hmm.
weapons. So now when we look and we saying,
Right.
okay, drones can be either as big as a plane or as small as that
Uh,
nanotechnology, meaning you could swallow it and it could go into your body
uh-huh.
without you even knowing it. And you can be
Mm-hmm.
controlled by a movement of such the movies. You can be
We see.
controlled
I was about to
with
say we seen the movies. You know when they be digging
movies.
out the chip that they planted inside of you and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we seen
Manchurian
it.
candidates, right? You've seen this, like the military, uh, 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 well, the
Mm-hmm.
military officer that is implanted with the chip, and then he then is being told what to do, or the eye. You know, we're putting on these new contacts that can now give us ultravision. And so when we think
Sight.
about these things, yeah, sight beyond sight, right? So I can see through walls now. But when you think
And just
about
think
these
about
things,
this. Think about going back to the remember the bionic man and the bionic
yes.
woman and how they integrated technology into a person dead, they brought him back and they gave him this part and that part and that part and that part.
And
This
that
was
was the
back in what, the
70s.
70s. This was the 70s.
It is now almost
Ouch.
2020. So
Ouch.
think about where your privacy still matters to you and how you've given up your DNA just by fingerprinting your phone. And I always tell people, like, why should you use your fingerprint to open a device? Think about that. Your
Mm.
fingerprint is the most valuable piece of your body part that there is because this is what creates money for you. It's the self identifier. It's the one thing that clones you, other than your teeth, to say that you are unique in the whole universe. Now, if you put that in a device, you can clone that information. You can take a copy of it. You can replicate it. You can do all sorts of things with it. And
So
so,
they have snatched up our doggone fingerprints.
think
And we
about it.
didn't even go to jail.
Wait. But I always say to people, like, there is an infringement of all technology. Because I thought about this because I was taking a drug test, right?
Wow.
And I asked the people at the lab, I said, where is this urine going? And they looked at me like I was stupid. And I said, so you don't know where it's going? You don't know who's collecting our DNA? Because this is my DNA. And we're in a world
Right.
where I can 3D replicate and or clone DNA. So my thought is, where's it going?
Yes. Yes.
Where is my DNA going? When you take a urine test,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know where it goes. When you put this fingerprint
Mm-hmm.
on right here and you open your phone with it, somebody's capturing that because it's data that goes through the internet. So when you turn your device
Mm-hmm.
on and internet's on, if that thing's taking a picture of you all the time, they actually ran a test that it happened actually I think earlier this year where there was a presidential beacon call and it was something that I didn't think about when it happened, but I don't know if anybody remembers. There was an Amber Alert that went across the phone that said the president was doing some type of national check on your phone. Your phone rang. It didn't ring. It gave the buzz, just like an Amber Alert, using the beacon
Mm-hmm.
technology. And you looked into the phone and you had to turn it off. So at that point, you have a two-way communicator that now has a picture of every single person at that very point in time, where you are, what your location is, because your NFC chip tells where it is. You're triangulated off your tower, or if you're on Verizon, the other people who are around you. We know exactly where you are all the time.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And that's
That's
just one
why.
part.
That's why you. Oh, I tell you, Cairo, we need a whole like month to just like really like do a retreat somewhere, just like every day one thing and then another thing and then another thing. Because I have so many things coming up inside my head from just this little short conversation. And I know everybody else does too, because I can feel the vibration of everybody like, wow, like, oh my goodness, like, oh no, what's happening? But this is it, folks, kings and queens. We cannot run from this. So we just have to get in and make a difference in our life and make a difference around the people around us. Go to that YouTube University while it's still free, because it
Go to
won't always
YouTube.
be free.
It's like whatever
YouTube
you want to look for,
University.
it's there.
Yes. This is our when Kiva say yes, welcome to my life. LOL. This is our daily conversation.
Every
I can
day.
only imagine.
Talk you to death
I've
about
written
it.
down. I've written down 4 books already. I mean, just for today, it's 4 movies or YouTube things. Just for today. Now, this wasn't the other day. The other day, I got more, and it wasn't these. Every time she's giving me new information. So Cairo, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what these white papers are going to look like for you. I'm
Me too.
definitely plugged in. We all know that title is coming for us and we want to be prepared. This is the Wake Up Winning Group for entrepreneurs, those aspiring to become entrepreneurs and those supporting other entrepreneurs. And you cannot be in any business without it being attached to technology. I don't care what it is. It needs to be attached to, well, you are attached to some technology. Another thing we talked about many times before is multiple streams of income. So if you're not making money in your sleep, then you're going to be left behind too. So you got to figure out how to set your business up so then we're logged into it and we can purchase and make all these transactions. But this is the scary, well, I can't really say scary, but these are the things that we need to be asking our politicians about instead of other stupid stuff. We need to make sure that they have a tech agenda for our life, okay? Because our life requires a tech agenda. And
Yes.
that's all I'm going to say, because that's a whole
Preach.
nother topic. We probably do that with some technology and politics talk. That's the conversation that we need to have, because if they're the people that we say we're trusting you to look out for our lives and our future and in the whole global expansion here, then we need to make sure that we have some things in place for us. And I'm talking about as a community of people, so we're not just at the beck and mercy of everything that comes our way. It's like we got to know that they're protecting us, and the only way that we're going to assure that is we get in their faces and we stop talking about jobs. We start talking about, hey, what are you going to do about this tech issue? What about this tech issue? What about this tech issue? We have to be more vocal on that arena than talking about integration and deportation and all that shit. What difference does that matter if we can't control, shit? Are your stuff gonna get turned off? Because if the internet went down, lights will go off through the city. You're talking about massive chaos.
Not
They had a
even
blackout.
not even just like lights. The whole world shuts down if the internet goes
Yeah,
off.
just whoop.
We're so
Then what?
tied in. We're done. Like that's it.
We're
We
done.
had the World Trade Center cost us millions, billions of dollars because the World Trade Center went down. If the internet went down, you're talking about all economics across the board. For all you business entrepreneurs out there and you understand how tied in you are to the internet and you think about how much we use the internet for transactions, for anything. I mean,
Mhm.
just this right
Mhm.
here, us communicating with our audiences, our networks, our people. If the internet goes out, everything's out.
That's it. That's it. That's a whole nother class. Okay, so this is the last thing in wrap up. When we were at the blockchain, it was sponsored by the Southern Barter Club. I want you to give an insight on why every business owner or should consider being a part of, because this is the Wake Up Winning. I'm still saying this. This is the Wake Up Winning group
for entrepreneurs, those aspiring to become entrepreneurs, and those supporting other entrepreneurs. So why is this resource so vital to us as business owners?
Let me say this first before I get to that. If you are a parent, and I say this to people all the time, please protect your children online. There are predators and pedophiles and all sorts of people who are looking for your children all the time. They look just like their friends online, they don't know any better. Please protect your babies. Not to mention that there are games that open them up to all sorts of things. You have to be 100% engaged with what your children are looking at, and you need to look at it with open
Yes.
eyes. Don't just go on and allow them because it's
And
fun and everybody else is doing it. Protect your children, because I'm telling you, the world is coming for them with the internet. So, and games and music and everything. But I'm telling you, from the technology side, protect your children because it is serious. You got kids missing every day. We are the capital in Atlanta of human trafficking. And how do you think they're finding these people?
yeah,
So,
on the internet.
knowing how technology works could actually save your life. And I say that with my true heart for humanity. But on the side of Southern Barter Club, had a great time talking about the blockchain. Southern Barter Club is a platform that allows businesses to buy and trade without using cash. Now, is there cash involved? There is, and it's on the fee side. So if you're a business, let's say for example, Southern Barter Club has about 5,000 businesses that are involved in it. And if you are a business and you are starting, or you are mid-range, or even on enterprise side, you could benefit from exchanging without using cash. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency, is much like a cryptocurrency, but you can actually exchange goods and services the way that we used to before money was ever even introduced by taking your wares and saying, hey, I have 10,000 CDs. I need somebody to come and be my PR person. So 10,000 CDs at $1 gives me $10,000 in the barter network. So I send over those 10,000 CDs, because who's using CDs anymore? Maybe some people are, but anyway, but when you get in the space of saying there's somebody who wants those CDs because there's somebody who's a historian and they like to collect music and records and CDs and stuff like that, and 8 tracks. So they say, oh, well, I want that because, that goes into my record. But I also do PR. So I'll do that exchange for you if you give me the 10,000. So I'll do $10,000 in work for your $10,000 in CDs. Great. So now you taking your business, and somebody who is inside of this network has taken what you found to be junk and moved it into a space that can transition for you to something that impacts your business. What's the fee on that? It's 6% on both sides. So 6% of what you would pay, $10,000, 6% of the $10,000 in CDs, 6% of your $10,000 services. So it's a $10,000 or 6% transaction on both sides. And that's a fee for both Southern Barter Club and for the person who is receiving. So if you're receiving on both sides, then that's how that goes. But inside of being in the barter network, you have the ability to take any type of business that is inside of there. And I can tell you from knowing, I've seen people trade boats, houses, limo rides, services, food. I've taken out 5 people to $100 meal for $18. I bought a $200 dress for $18, fresh from the designer right on the floor. I've had $100 in fudge that a gourmet chef made for me, and I used it for an event. So you have access to passes, and they have events all the time. Lots of access to things at high-end theaters. Traveling in the world, you can go in and you can network and connect and build your resources by bartering every month, which is a pretty inexpensive fee if you are a business, not an individual, because this is not something an individual is able to do. This is only for entrepreneurs, businesses, enterprises. So in that space, if you need a staff of people to come work an event, you got some barter dollars, you say, you know what, I need some people to come and run my event for me while I host. So you plug people in and you put them to work, and they'll come work for you, and you trade off and barter dollars so you don't have to pay. You need some website work done. They got people who build websites, all sorts of stuff that you can get in and utilize inside of the Southern Barter Club network. And so when we were there, we were launching the SBCIT division of Southern Barter Club, and it was something that I thought of way back in 2015, and we were able to apply it at the Atlanta Blockchain Week. And so in that space, I actually got an award. So got an award for inventing this Southern Barter Club IT. That was cool. And Wanda came and she took some great pictures. So I'm like wondering, could I use Wanda for photography and media going forward in the future?
Yay!
You see what I'm saying? So there is the component of membership photographers. Like if you ever wanted to just have people come and capture your events, we had tons of photographers. You need studio time. You're music artists, they got studios there where you can go and record and you can trade time for performances. And then the weird thing is you won't be performing at somebody's birthday party. You're going to be inside of I mean, they've done stuff with the president, vice president, you know, all sorts of things. So you're looking at big end events. They have a lot of engagement with a lot of people who are doing major things in Atlanta. And of course, if you're doing major in Atlanta, you can do major throughout the world because we are a marketing city. So it's a great place to be able to really catapult your stuff and send it outward if you network with the right people. And so Southern Barter Club is a great platform. And if you join, you need to use code Cairo. That's Cairo. No, not the rest of my name, just Cairo. Use Cairo and you get a huge discount, up to 50%. So,
Okay. And
SouthernBarterClub.com.
SouthernBarterClub.com. Well, Cairo, I really appreciate this. This has been a great noonday motivation. Yes, yes, yes. I cannot wait. No, you didn't. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was the longest live I ever did in one setting, but it's okay because we had technical difficulties. We had problems in situations, but now we're good and I enjoyed it. And if y'all enjoyed it, say you enjoyed it. Y'all type in I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Please come on and give Cairo some energy. This takes a lot of energy to talk, even though you're passionate, it still takes a lot of energy. And you, as you can see, it just rolls out of her because it is the life that she lives. When you're doing things that you love, it's not hard to let other people know that you're very passionate about it. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to give her some love and some hearts and some thumbs up because we want to send her on her way. Here come your hearts. Here come your love. We want to send her on her way so she can have a beautiful, 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 blessed day.
Thank you.
Yay. Come on. Keep on with these hearts and love. Yep. Here you go, Cairo. This is all for you.
Big
this
love
is all
back
for
to you. Thank you for
this
everybody.
This is all for you.
Hey, Wanda, do you download these videos?
I do.
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah, I know you will. Absolutely. You know we be on it. We can't let this valuable content get away from us. So I just want to thank you again, Cairo, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday, right? Won't I see you Sunday?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Okay. So hey guys, have an amazing day. Always put your best self forth. Bring your best
Wake
self
up winning with Wanda.
Wanna do. That's right. That's what Cairo call it. Wake up winning with Wanda. Okay. I just want everybody to grab everything out of life. This Tech Tuesday is going to be at a whole nother level. As y'all can see, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. We're gonna get more people to come on here, more people to show how they're making a difference. And then too, I want to hear from you as the person that's listened to this. Why don't you leave a comment on maybe some things that you're gonna start to put together in your life. Maybe you say, well, hey, I'm gonna start listening to XYZ, once a week or once 1 hour a day or 30 minutes a day, because you have to move in that space of growth. You have to do the work. You got to carve out that time, and carving out that time is not hard. I talk to a lot of people and you're busy, but you're not productive. There's a difference. Let's be productive. Let's be productive. Let's put busy away, and let's just be productive. So with that said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you, love you, love you. I appreciate you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace, and bye for now.